Okay, so hey guys, I don't know if this is gonna make into a video or like if this intro is gonna make into the video, but basically, what I'm gonna talk about is something while I draw for a project. I need to look it up actually too while I'm doing this. Basically, I want to talk about purpose and art and what I feel like it is and what it means to be an artist, and also how to not be a starving artist because I'm not sure like myself completely like how to not be a starving artist, but have had a success story where I've had basically me do some art and sell some art, and it was actually a period in my life where like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually making money with this, and it was very exciting for me. But that was with something in particular I was doing, and I'm not doing it now consistently, but this is a way to like see like make revenue and also just understand like, okay, well maybe I'm not in my right purpose basically, and I'm going to discuss that a little bit in a second. Okay, so I need to get right, I need to do drawing her. Okay, so basically like when you think about art and life and stuff and purpose, like you might be like, okay, well I'm just an artist, it's my job or it's a hobby or whatever, but that's kind of like that can be kind of boring sometimes too, right? Like we just do art and we're like, okay, well I like to do it, or I like to do it as a hobby, and we don't think about it too much more. We are trying to understand like ourselves, like where we're at. And I think like we can do art and understand ourselves better if we try to accept it as a part of our identity, like as a purpose thing, and not just oh, this is something I am trying to do for a project, or if I'm trying to do this for a friend. And if we think about it in like a way where it's like, oh, okay, I want to actually do this for life and stuff, and maybe the original thing isn't like we're going to make money off of it, but we would like to do that because that's what, if we do something we love and we don't, and that's the main thing we do, and we don't work a day in our life basically, right? Like that's what we've heard, what we've been told, and I think that's a lot of people have that mindset when it comes to art, and some people just want to do it a hobby, and I think that's really fine. Myself personally am of the conviction that like I want to do this with like the intention of doing it for a job, but also like as a hobby and because I love it basically. That's different depending on the person, but hopefully I'm reaching out to that crowd, and I'd like you to know that like I believe you have purpose, and that's not just dictated by your likes and interests, though that's definitely a part of it. um I remember like listening to some people, and one person said that our purpose or our gifts, our giftings, is aligned with our desires, not interests, but desires. And I think we have a desire for art, and that makes us different, right? So the desire for art, we have that, and we may have been told from a young age, hey, we like art, we think we do good at it, and it's like an awesome thing for us. But we also wonder like, why can't I make money off of art, or why am I so stuck in this one spot where I want to do something really awesome, but I can't get out of this funk or this art block or whatever season I'm in that's like making me feel like I'm like crap basically. And we don't want to stay in that way of life forever, or that season, but like we want to get out of it and also understand like, hey, like I'm meant for more than just being like um an artist who like a silly artist who does things because I do it because I want to, or just because it's like a passion project. It's not silly, sorry, but it's like I want to be serious about the thing I do, and I think a lot of us can relate to that feeling, right? Or like, yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna go on it too much longer. Basically, we don't want to be just halving it, right? We want to be in full for it, right? And not just be doing it for the sake of, hey, this is something I enjoy doing, but you want to do it into something more than just a hobby, and we want to make it into something that's more important for us. And I think that's a good thing. I need to decide how I'm going to do this character. I think that's a good position there for now. I'm just gonna make it so that she. Okay, I need to give her some of the thickness of the legs, I guess, or make it more stance worthy. I think like this, and how would you stand basically? Like if you're gonna beat someone up, you wanna have like a look where it's like, no, I'm ready to beat the crap out of you, basically. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at art, but I do love doing it. I think that's the main thing, is that like even if you're not good at it, or if you don't think you're good at it, or other people don't think you're good at it, don't listen to the haters. Just do it because you want to do it. And hey, like I remember a friend of mine told me that I was literally like, "Hey, do you like my abstract arts?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude." I actually asked him like, "Hey, do you like my abstract art and my the other art I do, and in like the courses I'm taking for like this private like course thing you could do?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, like the abstract art looks great. It looks like you really have a knack for it. It's great skill. I see a lot of potential there." And I was like, "And the other art, or like the character art, like what I'm doing right now, is like just met?" And he was like, "Pretty much, yeah." And I was like, "Okay." I didn't expect for his opinion to change though. He said later on in life, where I was doing stuff, and he was like, "Oh, I'm actually kind of see like your vision for it, and I also think I get it now. Like I see what you're doing." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So maybe it's not like a matter of your skill, but well, it is a matter of your skill why people don't see it yet. But when you get the skill, you're able to be like communicate your ideas, and people are now able to get on board with you. And now it's like, oh, okay, I can do this and stuff. And it's not a matter of, oh, I'm terrible at art, because I don't think like art is a skill, right? People who have experienced art over time and who have learned it understand that it is a skill. So we are allowed to think like right now, maybe we're not too confident. We're like, oh, okay, well, I'm not that good at art, and yeah, like maybe that's really humble of you actually, because you might have more skill than the average person, but you're still being humble to admit like, no, I need to work on this more. Um, yeah, I'll make all characters have eyes like this. I don't know why. Anyways, so getting back to the topic, um, some people are like, hey, like I don't want to do art for a living, but you need to know what you want to do and apply yourself to it, right? And you want to make money off the art you do, but like where do we start, right? I remember seeing a comment. Forgive me if I'm going off track, by the way, because I might be forgetting some stuff. I went off quite a tangent there. But some people will look at what they do, and they're like, why aren't people buying my art? And so it's like, look at this. Like, this is a lion character, or no lion, tiger character. I get to make the stripes. But some people will be like, oh, okay, I like anthro characters or furries. But like, when you start to getting to like less basic general knowledge of something, like you can draw a cat, for example, but if you make it an anthropomorphic cat, it's like, okay, well, it's getting more specific now. And people love like characters from specific franchises like Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, Mario, Sonic. I'm sorry for using a bunch of Nintendo references there. But like, it's like, what about this? And there's some people who will be like, hey, I like this, and that's mainly people who are furries, for example, for the anthro character. People like animals, and some people are like, oh yeah, you can turn my animal into a drawing of a anthropomorphic creature. It's like, that's cool. That's not everyone, right? And generally, like, you'll have people who are like that and will be fans of that, but some, like, for example, some furries are just artists, and they can do stuff themselves if they want to. Like, I can make this if I want to, and I can make a character of like myself or anyone I want to, basically. But I think one thing we can, yeah, give her some muscle. She has muscle. One thing that we can do is like, hey, I have a character here, and instead of doing something where it's like, I'm gonna make an anthropomorphic creature with like crazy clothing, colored hair, um it's like, okay, that's cool, but we need to know like what it is and like why we want to get the product we buy, right? So if you think some people don't like your art because it's like you're bad, no, it's like they want to know something they can be involved with, and something that is involved in their life. That's a big difference from just making, a furry commission and being like, oh, okay, I'll make a commission for this person, and it's like a random character you made up for your AU universe or something. And it's like they're not opposed to the idea of your AU universe. It's just that they don't have involvement with it. They don't know what it is. I think from a business perspective, we can look at things and be like, oh, okay, well, this makes sense for some reason, but also like I want this thing to work out, like my art or my furry AU or comic or my characters. Like I want to sell my characters as art pieces or stickers, and some people will buy them. Usually though, depending on who it is, like for this, in case for furries, for example, it's a bit of a strange art practice. Not many people are going to look at a furry like this and be like, oh, okay, I think that's going to look great on my wall or something. Some people will, and that's usually in the young teenager apartment. Usually, not teenager, but young adults, young teenagers or kids or something, because they like that stuff. They like cartoon things. But in the older generation, for example, and for that was actually like when I was commissioning people, or people were commissioning me to make stuff for them. They looked at my art. They saw this. Some people, like there's one person who I haven't made a commission for yet, but I told him like some outlandish prices I have, and it's like, oh, okay, well, of course you're not going to make commissions, right? You have high prices. But listen, I sold the 3 different pieces I sold for commissions. That one that was $25, one was 50, one was 75, and the $75 one was the most anime looking piece I did. And the other ones were like, one of them was kind of like one of them was a landscape. One of them, the another one was like more realistic, still cartoonified somewhat, but like it was more detailed and stuff, and it's more not just like a cartoon and that was it, but like it had details that made it like look like a well-rendered character. And the lady who's older and who like commissioned me for that said, hey, I like this a lot actually, and it looks really good. And the person who she asked it for to be made for loved it as well, and that was like a kid basically. And it was like, okay, well, that's awesome, right? But what about when it comes to what stuff we want to make? Because we want to make this all the time, right? Or make something that's personal to us. Listen, I think can go without saying. Like, if you make a Pokemon drawing and people like Pokemon and they're like, hey, I want to get this Pokemon drawing from this person, why is it something they want? It's because they can relate to it, and it's an involvement with their life and stuff. I got to some like keychains because they were Pokemon based and they were Glaceon. I love Glaceon, and that's like a special Pokemon to me. But that's because like it's related to me, it's involved, it's like an Eevee evolution. I love all those things, and it hits home for me. And the art hit home too. It's my style basically, and even if it wasn't 100% like perfect in my eyes, it's like I still loved it. I'm allowed to love whatever if it like works for me. And it's the same way with people. Like it's not just like, oh, I want to sell and make something and just mass produce something. um it can kind of work like that, but you want to give someone a reason to be involved with the story and relate to it first in the first place. Like, one thing I want to do for this drawing here and for the story me and my best friend are working on, which I've been hyping up forever in my Instagram page, it's like, okay, you have a story, but what about, like, what does it look like? What's the story about? Like, I mentioned some details to it, but some people won't get what it is until they actually see the details for themselves, and or not see the details for themselves, but when I give them the details and I actually like, hey, this is what the story is. Like this character here is like, she's basically a boxer, right? She's a puncher. She has like metal powers, or powers the earth, but her main thing is like a steel rendition of it. And her name is Julie. um she's awesome. But also, like, another thing about her is like she's really sassy, and she has some qualities that make her unlikable at first when you first meet her. But I want to propose to people that even though she is kind of like a good-hearted character, but like has a very bad trait associated with her, she's still redeemable. And I want to show the idea that she can be redeemed and shown and change, basically. That's my vision and idea for her in the story that I'm doing with my best friend. Um, she's wonderful, by the way. My best friend's a wonderful writer, and you should get to know her. But anyways, like this is one character, one piece of the story, and we want people to relate to it, right? And maybe I convince you in some way, hey, like maybe you like this character too, or maybe you have a character who's similar, like this character's sassy or like just savage in plain ways of putting it. I thought it was sass before, but my best friend told me like no, she's just a savage character. But she also called her a queen too, and I think that's a wonderful compliment for her. So this character, like, let me give you the idea of this prospect to you, with my own character. She runs an orphanage. She runs an orphanage for children. She's the only one working for it. She's independent. She's currently 26, may change her age to be like more like 30 or 30 something. But she is like a fighter. She can defend anyone. She's independent. She's strong. She's a free-willed person. She doesn't need to take orders from anyone. Basically, she just is her own person, but she loves children. She loves to take care of children, and she wants them to have a good life. That's who she feels reached out to, and that's why she runs an orphanage. She has someone who she has a crush on, and that crush, like she doesn't want to get away with her life working in the orphanage. But the problem is she is something called a master. A master is someone who's meant or destined to help save the world, or slash be a protector of it and serve it for justice, basically, given by the power of these mythical beings, and she is one of them. But what about her life as like someone who's taking care of orphans, because that's important to her, right? Well, the whole thing we want to bring her through is that she can still do that, right? I don't want to spoil the character, but there's some lore of her character where she has these attributes and she has to go through these feelings and has to go through these perspectives. And it's like, okay, like I see the character. She has a nice look to her. She has the character, the smile here. I want to give her like a little mouth here, actually, like and some teeth, like make the mouth kind of come out like that. Yeah, and she looks like she can like really punch someone's lights out, right? She has a form too. This kind of works for people who might be a bit big of a person. They might like this character because it represents their body type. That's also what I want to do with her, because I think like she's a strong person, but like she's a bit big, and it's like she hasn't decided to be like that. I haven't decided if she like overeats or something, but maybe that'd be a good thing for her, because she I look at not all heavy people or big people are overweight because they overeat. It's just sometimes it's just how the body functions. But like that's something I want to show with her, and that's also something I want to like show in prospects, like as a character and a thought of a character design and her personality. But like, what told you that? I just told you that right now, and no one knew anything about that before until this point. Do you realize what I'm getting at? To make a character, make them shine and make them sellable, you have to get behind the story of it. And even with the art of someone or an artist, like you want to tell your story too, because if people don't know your story and you're just a random person, you're just like, no, I just want to make money for this, it's not going to come off of your character very well. Like, who hates a business person more than people who want to keep money, like, and make sure they save, but also like, when you come off an arrogant business person or someone who wants desperate to make money, it's really off-putting. You don't want to interact with someone who's just there to make money. You want to interact with someone who's willing to sell a piece of them to you, basically. And I don't mean that in any morbid way. I mean that in a way where it's like, hey, this is a character. I love this character. It's important to me. I want to give this character to you and this art piece to you that I really love because I put a lot of effort into this. Do you understand? Like this. Sorry, that came out. I was like all off. But what I mean, is like, do you understand like the implications of this? And do you get like why this is so difficult for some people? Um, I've been a selfish artist. Like, if you ask me like what kind of artist I have been before, when I was selling art, making money on like just on my front lawn, it was so difficult. No one got my art. I was desperate for like anyone to give attention to me. It didn't work, and it did work sometimes, and the 3 times did work. I made money off of it, but like what about more? Like, what about a relationship with that person? What about like feeling inclined to talk about your feelings, or like just building a repertoire or relationship with that person for them, right? And you're not making it just because you want to make money. So if you're a social person like me, you would like to think like, oh, okay, well, I can do that. I can make friends with everyone. A lot of artists are introverts though, and I think it's a weakness. And I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, you need to get out and do stuff, guys. Like, some artists don't make money from doing like what I did before, and I did that specifically, and it was in my neighborhood, right? But what about the other artists who do this and are introverted? Like, you might have a different style of connecting with people. I've been taught, like, from my experience, from like through prayer and stuff, that I need to talk to people whenever I can. And when it comes to art, like, I need to teach and stuff, and I need to do this because this is my passion, and this is also what I'm meant for. If you're doing something and you don't have success with it, maybe it's not because you're not meant for it, but because you're doing, like, either like, imagine this, like, you're doing digital art and you love it, right? But what if you're making something that you don't actually enjoy, and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to do this for a living, but you have to do it to make money, right? Well, I think that's like kind of the point where, like, if I don't know if you believe in the universe, the creator, or whatever, but God, or who, like God, whatever you believe in, is not going to let you just do something and it's like, oh, okay, I'll do this, and then suddenly you're stuck with it, and like you have no choice, but you have to just make money. It's like some YouTubers get into that stuff, and it's like, no, that's not the point. Um, Anyone who has like success on YouTube or anything, doing anything, even with me doing this right now, it's because, one, I want to do this, and two, it's fun. Three, it's because it helps you guys, and four, it makes money. That's the last reason I should be doing this, though. And the reason I'm doing it is for every other reason. First priority is the first priority. You guys should be my first priority, and like, if it's not you guys, it should be for God I'm doing this for, and that's who I do it for. But listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you now. This is a very stable thing. Like, you can do this if you want. You can make this. You can do whatever you want. But what is it used for? And what are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? Is it for yourself? And if you do it for yourself, you do it because you love it. That's step one. And that should be the main reason you always do art. And I think a few artists have been trying to teach me that over the years. And I realize, like, sometimes I do things for money, but like, that's where you fall into a trap where it's like, no, you don't get the point. Like, you do things for money, and it's like, no, I don't want to do this for money, and no one wants to do anything more for money than what they're meant for in the purpose. And your purpose will always be more important to you than money. So with that in mind, I have to think about this for myself too, because I'm wondering, like, do I want to do this, or do I want money more than this? Like this. I want this. I want the characters. I want the life that they give to people and to me. If I don't do that, or if I don't do that with art, music, or whatever, like, if I don't get that experience, well, it's everyone's different. Everyone gets a different vibe or different celebration from something different they do. But like, what about, like, if you been asked to do a teaching video, would you enjoy it? That, or would you prefer to sell prints or digital prints, or would you prefer to sell keychains or stickers? Listen, you might be just behind the door of an opportunity that you didn't notice yet, because it's in your desires or in your wants of what you want to do for this season of your life, and you don't realize that it's hidden under that door. And I'm talking to myself now. Like, you know how you do things and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing this, but like, it's for me, but also, like, I'm just doing it to make money. Or like, what about, like, you do it because you enjoy it, number one, and because you love it more than money, as like a number two that I can kind of put in parentheses there. Three is that, like, is this a desire you have? Like, I can make this into a sticker. I want to make this into a sticker. I'd love that. Why? Look, I want to make this because I enjoy it, right? But if I do it for money, like, I can make this and I can do things for money, But we have to check our desires. And sometimes some people are like, no, we always do things for ourselves, or we always do things for our own desires. I think we can change our desires. I think we can change the priority of like what we want to do and stuff. So maybe this right now, it could be a money thing for me right now. I don't think it is, but right now it's an enjoyment thing, and it's for a project actually I'm doing in school. But what's next? Like, we don't want to be starving. We don't want to be starving artists. We don't want to be on the streets or anything. We want to make money, and we want to do what we love at the same time. It's like, well, what would we do to get there? Look, there is a path for you. Like, if I can draw a path, like this looks like a tree, but like, let's hold on. Imagine you're here. This is you. And then you have this path that you went down. What if it's this path you're meant to go down? Or it's this one. Like, I'm not trying to make it complicated, but look at this. Like, this may be for you, or maybe it's for me. It's stickers and keychains. But what about prints? Or what about teaching videos? And we have here another path, and this is speed paints. Like, I can't read right here at the room here, but we have speed paints here, and then we have here, we have animation. We have here, we have let's see, graphic design. We have specifically, like, even more specific graphic design for small businesses or something. Or we have like, these are basically what we do, and we need avenues, right? We need avenues for our art. We need like a specific place where we actually make the money. For someone, that could be on their front lawn, like I did. It could be in a gallery. It could be in, let's see, a cafe. That's also kind of a gallery in its own way. Yeah, so these are three things. We need to think outside the box and not just think of the basic stuff, right? And sometimes people are like, I can't get my art in an art gallery. Well, listen, of course, like, yes, it's possible. Maybe not right now for you, but try it. I don't think there's any harm in trying, because even if you think, listen, I don't care, you are special, you are amazing, your art is brilliant, it's part of you, and it's a perfect piece of you. You are meant for great things. You're not meant for just making doodles online and get 5 views and you're like, oh, that's a wonderful amount of views for the day. Like, one, working hard does deliver results. I've been doing this for a while now, for like at least 5 years. I am still, like, I make money, but I don't make money with my art. I am on support. And I've been able to do stuff I want, like go to school and do things that I want in life because of the support I've been getting from family and from people. That's a temporary thing. Eventually, I'm supposed to be doing things on my own, though, right? But right now, I need support. So I got support for my life. So there's me, and this is support I have from friends and family. But this is temporary, because then I will be grown up enough to do my own thing. So this is supposed to be an art pencil here, or like a paintbrush, but yeah. Anyways, like, I'm gonna delete this stuff afterwards, because I need, not this character, but I need to delete this stuff because I'm doing this for a project. But what are your avenues? What are you doing to get where you need to go? This is coming from, not from just me. There's other people who taught this stuff who I listen to, who actually have knowledge of this, and I'm gonna try and apply this. One of the things I actually did is I actually did submit my art to an art gallery. I did. So I did do that, and it actually got accepted. It was kind of like a cheat, because it was basically like I was guaranteed a spot in, not because my art was good enough, but because like I was a participant in this place. or not gallery exactly, but like in this whole other thing. And it's like, yeah, this makes sense. Like you can get your art in, and maybe it's like, oh, well, that doesn't count. Well, no, it does. And even if it's not, you don't buy your skill you got in, at least you got in, right? You can put your art up for sale. Like I have my art up for sale. That's a big deal. So what do we do? Like we want to do this. Like hold on, I'm gonna go on a different layer because I should have done a lot. We want to do this. We want to do our own thing. What do we do to get? What do we do to get here? And do what we love. I can't do a question mark there. So, what do we do to get here? We need to find out who we are, our purpose, what we do, why we love to do it, and we have to have right motives. And then God will do everything else. Or if you don't believe in that, listen, it's okay. Like it's there. The knowledge is there. Everything's gonna happen. Life is gonna happen. It's okay. Like God will be there till the day you die. But right now we have this, and we have all these concepts, and these teachings aren't really of ourselves, because some people just don't get that. Like, listen, like it's easy. Like we have purpose. God loves us, and He helps us. And even if you don't believe that, it's fine. Like you can believe that you can help yourself. You can do things on your own, and you can get places with that. Right now, like for this, what we want to do is we have to understand that we can be successful. God wants to help us, and people want to help us. We can help ourselves, and we can do it. But we have a gutter mindset. So let's see. We're here right now, and we want to get to here. So we have to go through growth, right? So G for God or G for growth, I don't care. We go through this path, but now what? Well, we go through this growth, right? This is through a change in mentality. We need to go through the minds, get out of the mindset we had before, and change our mentality so we can have a productive, successful mindset. And if you want to listen to a book that's not from a Christian author, there is like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I think that's a very successful book. It's on Audible. I don't know what else it's on, but it talks about some of these concepts. And if you believe it or not, like some of them, like I've been told by a preacher who is very controversial that he thinks some of them are actually biblical concepts. So you're still getting some concepts there that are of God, if you will, but you're getting concepts that are basically, hey, like it's from this person who became a rich, successful person. And it's not mentioned anywhere, I think, in so far have I gone in the book about God, but this person did it, and it works. This is a check mark. Like this can be possible in business and art. Okay. Anyways, like that's everything I want to tell you guys. I don't have anything like I can share like myself, like books or anything, but I do have like friends who've recommended me books, and people who I've seen online who like have good books and taste in books that you can listen to about this stuff. If you want to know God, like just read the Bible, read the book of John, the Gospel of John, and 4 Gospels. But like if you want to know this stuff and get as much information you can, then like look it up, learn. I think something we can accept as general knowledge, even if it's not like Jesus preached in particular. And if we accept like writings and religion as like wise knowledge, in scripture it says that people perish for lack of knowledge, and it also says that basically like knowledge is light, right? And God, the first thing he says in the Bible is let there be light. That being said, I want to say get knowledge, get informed, because the reason why you are in the darkness is because you need light. And I don't mean darkness as like sin. I mean like in like what do you believe now, which are lies, like about your character identity, like you're no good, you can't do this, you'll always be starved artist. Like that's darkness, and you need light. So Everything I've been trying to teach you, I believe it's light. You have to determine this for yourself and take it with a grain of salt. But I I think being hopeful is better than being negative. So that's why I believe this stuff, and I believe there's truth to it, and I believe good people believe there's truth to it. Um anyways, like that's basically it. But you're allowed to believe whatever you want. I'm gonna try to do this stuff, and I'll see you guys some other time where I'll tell you my story about this. But yeah, I'm successful right now. I'm happy. God's made me happy with my life and where I've been at. You can know him too. But I'm not going to talk about Jesus here. This is like an informative video for the arts and like trying to be a successful artist. Anyways, like if you guys want to know more, like just reach out to me. I'm on Instagram. I'm at Beacon for Truth. Hold on. At Beacon for Truth. Yeah, very spiritual name, I know. Anyways, yeah, I think this is good stuff. We can all accept and apply, but to each their own. And I respect any of your beliefs, okay? So if you don't like this or what I said, I either way, like God loves you, I still love you, and it doesn't matter. But you're allowed to believe whatever you want, and I hope this is reached out to you in some way so you can change your way of thinking, because you need truth to change your way of thinking, and we need to discern what the truth is and what we want to accept as truth, because some stuff we need to use logic for to discern whether it's true or not, and we want to be careful what we believe in. But I want to believe in hope, and this is hope I have. And I think there is hope, and there's light in the darkness, and you don't need to be in despair if you are. Anyways, yeah, love you all. Have a wonderful day, and that's kind of it for me for now. But thank you for listening. Anyways, bye.